Hey there! So I thought that the best way to return to YouTube would be to tell you guys a story. So the story is about my most terrifying, horrifying, paranormal experience that I've ever had. It was the most terrifying thing. Every time I think about it, I get chills down my back. It was horrifying. But yeah, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna set the scene. I was dating this guy at the time. Let's call him Jeff. I don't know a Jeff, so we're gonna call my boyfriend at the time Jeff. I was staying at his house. So his bed is placed, so if you were laying down, you're facing a wall, and then to my left was the closet. And the closet didn't have any doors on it because they had fallen off before. And he would sleep on my right side, facing the window. Okay, so we were heading to go to bed. So I lay down, I'm like, we're cuddling for a little bit, you know, as you do, as a couple. But then I have to fall asleep, I sleep on my left side. So I rolled over on my left side and I fell asleep. And I was kind of in that weird in and out kind of sleep, you know, how like you feel like you're sleeping but you're still kind of aware of things and you can still kind of hear stuff. That kind of sleep. It was really annoying, but I remember that specifically. So I was sleeping and then suddenly I went into a really deep sleep all of a sudden, and then I'm woken up by Jeff saying my name and be like, hey Skylar, Skylar, hey, Skylar. And I was like, oh, what the fuck, what do you want? And I went to like go put my hand on him and my hand fell off the bed. And my eyes, I immediately just snapped out of my sleep. I was awake. I'm looking straight at the closet and I'm just like, what the why? And it terrified me because I distinctly heard Jeff's voice on my left side, which is where the closet is. And I was terrified, and like once my hand fell off the bed, I was like, what? You should. And then I like went and felt over on my right side for him, and he was there. And like I was freaking out. I'm like, maybe it's his brother. He'd play a prank on us or something. No, because his bed was on a box spring on the floor. There was nothing that you could go underneath the bed. There was like a little bit between the closet and the bed that you could walk through. And like I looked, there was nothing down there. Not a single thing. And I was terrified. So I immediately like butt my back up to him and I just sat there like freaking out. I didn't want to wake him up because that's rude and he had class in the morning. So I dealt with it in the time. I think this was like at like 2 or 3 a.m. too, so it was like terrifying. I didn't move. But we woke up in the morning and like I didn't say anything at first because I didn't want to like freak him out or anything. So he could kind of tell that I was off or something. He was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, oh, I just something weird happened last night. He was like, why, what? And I was like, well, I was sleeping and then I heard you calling me and then my arm fell off the bed because I was going to touch you, and that's where the voice was coming from, and it was saying my name, and you were on my right side and fast asleep, and yeah, I'm literally shaking. Talking about this. He was like, what? That's insane, because I've heard something call my name before in my sleep. And I was like, nope, I'm peacing out, goodbye. No, what? Why? That's insane. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? He's like, yeah, been like asleep before and I've heard someone call my name, say Jeff, and I was like, are you serious? Like, you're not screwing with me right now, right? And he's like, not a chance, I wouldn't do that. I was like, yeah, so I'm not sleeping here anymore. So yeah, it was honestly the most terrifying thing that I've ever experienced. But yeah, that was absolutely terrifying. I will never forget that. Every time I tell people, they're just like, that's insane, dude. So yeah. Oh, but I was reminded of another story that happened at his place. So we were sleeping again, and then suddenly, I think this was like 2 or 3 a.m. again, and we both, all of a sudden, something slams against the door and jiggles the doorknob. And both of us just like got, and we're just like, what the hell was that? Like, he had dogs, 2 fairly big dogs, a lab and I think a golden retriever. But even if they were to like lay down on the door or like hit the door, it wouldn't have been that loud. Like, no one else in the house woke up. His sister was right next to us, his parents were across the hall, and like no one woke up. We were like, maybe it's your brother playing, and like we were both too afraid to go look. But I think we did end up going and looking, and there was nothing there. Not a damn thing. Which is terrifying, because something slammed against the door and then jiggled the doorknob. Yeah, that wasn't fun. Needless to say, I'm not dating this dude anymore. But yeah, so those were my most terrifying paranormal experiences. I've had a few more, but they're not, they're just whatever, and just feelings that I get. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little story. If you guys want to hear more stories of my life, there's not very many because I live a boring life. Comment them down below. If you have any other video ideas, comment those down below as well. Like, do you want to see a vlog of a day in my life? Or do you want to see a DIY or makeup or tattoos and piercings or whatever? Just let me know down in the comments, because I'll be looking and taking your suggestions, because I'm getting it back into this YouTube thing. I'm really trying, guys. But yeah, comment those suggestions down below. Follow my Instagram, follow my Twitter. I don't really use my Twitter that much, but they'll be down in the description below as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye. Na, 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 na. We called him Jeff, right? Fuck off.